I'm Judge James Crumlish, and I am sitting as chair of the Return Board. With me today also is Judge Furlong and Judge Johnson. Good afternoon, all. So first of all, I will remind all that it is my duty and obligation to preserve order and decorum in these meetings. Everyone in attendance should be on notice that shouting or disruptive conduct won't be tolerated. Those who violate this rule may be asked to leave. The Sunshine Act permits anyone attending a public meeting to object to a perceived violation at any time during the meeting. If you choose to do so, please succinctly state your objection and remind you that objection is not an opportunity for litigation or speech making. Next, we will now move to public comment. Commenters shall state where they live, or if they're not a resident of Philadelphia, that they are a Philadelphia taxpayer, or since this is the Return Board, which candidate, if any, they represent. Public comments are not an opportunity to engage in a dialogue or questions and answers with the board. It is public comment. It is a chance for you to tell us what you think. Each speaker shall have approximately 2 minutes. However, I may, in my discretion, extend that time. All public comments must be relevant or germane to the board and the board business. Finally, it is my responsibility to preserve such order and decorum in these meetings, and as such, profane, slanderous, discriminatory, or ad hominem, that is, personal attacks, won't be tolerated. Anyone wishing to offer a public comment may please step forward.
Good afternoon. My name is Rich Garella. On behalf of Protect Our Vote Philly, I note and object to the serious violations of the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act that took place at this board's May 26th meeting. In particular, in the course of considering whether to accept provisional ballots in a category named chain of custody issue, members of this board conversed among themselves about the official business at hand. This discussion was mostly inaudible to the public as the members withdrew from the microphones and spoke quietly. For the record, portions of that conversation included Secretary Furlong asking, "Yeah, what is that? Chain of custody, and is this where they left it in the trunk of the ward leader's car?" and mentioning the river wards. Chair Crumlish participated, but his responses are inaudible except when he says "true story." There's more, but if any of these quotations are not accurate, I invite you to correct them now so that they appear accurately on the transcript. This board violated the Sunshine Act by deliberating out of hearing of the public at a supposedly open meeting. In addition, it withheld from the public the number of votes being considered, the division or wards where the chain of custody issues supposedly took place, and the nature of the issues. The public was left with no way to understand what was being voted on or what the basis of the board's decision was. Candidates were left with no way to know if the issues may have impacted their results, or if these provisional ballots were even present during the election code mandated observation period. That is, whether election code was also violated. These are serious violations that undermine trust in the integrity of our elections, along with the very evident lack of documented chain of custody procedures. We urge the board to explain now exactly what happened and to create actual chain of custody protections that are documented for the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Judge Furlong, do we have any public comments that have been emailed?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Crumlish, as of 9:45 a.m., the City Commissioner's Office received no public comments via email.
So thank you very much, Judge Furlong. Having said that, we'll now move to new business, which is the category of signing of the certification for the 2023 primary election. The record will reflect that Judge Johnson, Judge Furlong, and myself have executed the certificate of elections for the primary election of 2023. Judge Furlong, do we have any additional agenda items?
No, Your Honor.
Judge Johnson, do we have any additional
No, Mr.
agenda
Chairman.
items?
No, Mr. Chairman.
We will stand in recess until the call of the chair, the conduct of this meeting has concluded.